Hi, I'm Daniel. Welcome to Airbrush Garage. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. Today, I'm going to be unboxing and testing out and reviewing the Fortress Ultra Quiet 2-gallon air compressor. So stick around. If you're interested in this type of content, please consider subscribing. Hit the bell so you get future notifications. A thumbs up would be great. A couple comments, good or bad, really helps out the YouTube algorithm. And with that, let's get started. All right, well, let's get started. But before we get started, I just want to say that I have the compressor up here that I'm currently using just for size comparison. This is a 1-gallon dual piston compressor. I actually love this compressor. I've been using it for many years, and it's really been good to me. But lately, I've been looking at these Fortress compressors and happened to get the 1-gallon one for my uncle and did a review on that. I'll pop a card up above so you can see the cycle times and a review on that compressor. And that is a really cool and very portable air compressor for airbrushing as well. Compressors lately have really come out to be quiet compressors. So it's almost like they wanted to follow, in my opinion, the airbrush compressors, because that was always the difference between an airbrush compressor to me and a regular compressor where, you know, the other compressor, you're not going to run at 10 o'clock at night with your garage door open because your neighbors are going to complain. So these are always a great option. And like I said, that one treated me really well. But after seeing the 1-gallon and doing a review on that, I really like this compressor, so I decided I'm going to get a 2-gallon for my shop. So it's just going to basically be the same as the 1-gallon, but it's going to give us longer cycle times and shorter recovery times. So let's break it down and let's take a look. All right, so as I said, it's a 2-gallon compressor. It's capable of 135 psi. It runs at 2.1 SCFMs, that's standard cubic foot per minute, and it's running a 1.2 horsepower motor. So plenty of power for airbrushing. Like I said, it is ultra quiet. It is their ultra quiet series. It's 80% quieter than your normal compressor. So as I said, it's an ultra quiet compressor, and we'll get to hear what that sounds like in a minute. It is an oil-free compressor. What's really cool about a compressor like this is it's giving you your tank pressure, it's got your regulator right here, and it's got your outlet pressure. Whereas a compressor like this, I have my pressure gauge. In this one, you'll have a tank pressure and an outlet pressure. So the outlet pressure is the one that you're going to want to set, you know, to your 20 or 30 psi, whatever you're spraying at. So the other cool thing about this compressor is it has 2 quick connects. Okay, whereas I'm going to be plugging one line in for my 4 airbrush manifold, and then I could plug in, you know, say I'm going to spray with a smaller brush or a different brush where, you know, it's my 5th brush that I want to hook up and I don't want to disconnect or reconnect lines. I can plug it right in here, so it's a really nice feature. The other nice feature this compressor has is it has the air release or moisture release right here. Really nice feature. You don't forget it's there. The only problem with this compressor, something like this, is sometimes I forget it's there and sometimes I forget until I hear the water in it. Now, this compressor was really good for not allowing any moisture. I mean, I have a moisture trap right here and I've never seen any moisture in it. So that was one of the things I really liked about this compressor. So the valve is down the bottom. The problem with it is that when you release the air, a lot of times, you know, it's kind of hard to get to. And if you're leaning it over like this, if you put a cup right there, you know, you're really not getting all the water out. So then you got to pick it up above the cup. Otherwise, you're getting the water all over your floor. I like this right here. You can get a cup, get it right down underneath, drain your tank. Okay, it's a lot more convenient. So I do like that feature. All right, well, let's fire it up and let's check it out. All right, so before we get started and plugging it in, I did want to point out that it has a really cool, convenient wire wrap, especially if you're going to be doing any kind of traveling. It's got the handle up here, so it is totally portable. The compressor's not that heavy. So let's plug it in. So the thing that this is going to be lacking, where, as you saw on the other airbrush compressor I had a water trap right by the compressor. Now, I could hook one up to here. I probably will eventually, but I don't expect to really get much water from it. Now, the other thing is, what I do with all my airbrushes is I have a water trap right here. So I feel pretty comfortable not having a water trap right here at the compressor, but if that's something that makes you feel more comfortable, by all means, you can hook one up right there. All right, so you got your on-off switch right over here. We're going to turn this on. We're going to see how long it takes to fill up the tank, and we're going to see how loud or how quiet the compressor is. So we're going to count the seconds and see what it takes to fill an empty tank. Let's go. All right, there you have it. It took 45 seconds, and you could hear it was very quiet. This is a compressor you could run 10 o'clock at night and not wake up the neighbor's kids with the garage door open. Very impressed with that. Well, all right, next up what we're going to do is we're going to just press down on the air, and we're going to see how many seconds we have until the compressor kicks back in to recover. And once it does, we'll also count how long it takes to recover. All right, so before we get started with this test, let's regulate down our outlet pressure to about 30 psi. Now what you want to do is you want to press down on your trigger and then regulate your pressure, because if you just do this to 30 psi and then you press down on your trigger, it's going to go down. So you want, once you get it close to where you want to be, press down on your trigger and then dial it in. All right, so here we go. We're going to press the air down and we're going to count how long it takes or how much time we have before this compressor kicks back in. Well, all right, there's the results. So we got about 1 minute and 20 seconds of total air pressure nonstop. So that's going to equate into, that can equate into a very long time, because when you're airbrushing, of course, yeah, you do have the air down all the time, but you're not constantly airbrushing. So that's going to equate into probably 3, 4, 5 times the length of what that test just was. So that's very, very good, in my opinion. The other thing is the recovery on that was 12 seconds. And I kept a really good close eye on the air pressure. The whole time that I had that depressed, that air pressure did not move from 30, which is very important, because a lot of compressors or gauges that you have, depending on your gauge, you'll start to lose air pressure before it kicks back in. It may come down, a few pounds. You think you're at 30 psi, and you're not aware that your air pressure is coming down, and you're probably about depending on the gauge again, you could be at 25 psi before it kicks back in. So you got fluctuating air pressures while you're trying to airbrush. Something to consider. I was really impressed with this. This did not move off of 30. All right, there you have it. All in all, really impressed. It's going to be my compressor from here on out, and probably till I stop airbrushing. It's nice and quiet. I was really impressed how it held the pressure, very constant at 30 psi the whole time. The recovery time was very quick. The price point on this compressor is $160. At Harbor Freight, if you remember, you wait for them to go on sale like I did. I got it for $140. Same thing if you pop over and see the review on the 1 gallon, that's a $130 compressor, got it for $110 with the member price. Now I know Harbor Freights and everybody's not a member or might not be available to everybody, but they do sell these compressors online as well. So it just goes to show you don't got to spend a lot of money to get something really good. Can't say enough about this compressor. I give it total thumbs up, 5 stars, whatever you want to call it. So hopefully you got something from this review. Hopefully it was helpful to you. If it was, please consider subscribing. Hit that bell so you get future notifications. A thumbs up would be great. A couple comments, good or bad, just really helps out with the YouTube algorithm, help build this channel. Don't forget to check out all my Amazon affiliate links below for all the products I use in this video and all my other videos. And with that, we'll see you in the next video.